Hi and welcome on to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that takes a look at players that have been linked with a summer move to the Arsenal. And today, I wouldn't say, the rumours today, very sort of, I don't know what's the word to use it, very loose, the rumours that are flying around today. I mean, I love the transfer rumours that are loose. You sometimes get rumours like, a player was spotted in a certain town looking for houses and stuff like that. That used to be the traditional rumours. But the latest rumours always seem to surround what's going on social media. And Alexander Lacazette, who of course has been linked very heavily with a move to Arsenal, did something yesterday that's got a lot of Arsenal fans excited. Now, of course, as I said, very heavily linked with a move to Arsenal. Lots of Arsenal fans would love to see Lacazette moving from Lyon to Arsenal. We've discussed it so many times on the show. And we were told yesterday that the president of Lyon, is open to a sale going down as long as he gets the right amount of money for him. And there's a publication called Maxifoot, that they published an article where they were talking about that. They were talking about the president being open to Lacazette being sold to a team like Arsenal, or being sold to Arsenal, and Lacazette favorited it on his Twitter. Now, to a lot of people, they look at that and they say, right, that is a big sign that Alexander Lacazette would love to come to Arsenal. Doesn't mean the deal's going to get done, but it's encouraging for Arsenal fans that Lacazette would like to come to Arsenal. If the fact that he's favorited that tweet on his Twitter account, that he would love to come to Arsenal. I hope it's not that he's been hacked, but he did favourite that. Now, Lacazette, lots of fans out there, as I said, will be very excited about this guy. His goal-scoring record from last year, they just look on it and think he's exactly what we need. He's a different type of striker to Giroud, and certainly looks very, very clinical. As a guy that's on the rise, is improving season on, season out. Could this be a deal that could happen? Could this be that big marquee signing that Arsene Wenger has been talking about, special players that he can sign to add to his team that will improve his team? We're going to have to wait and see, but certainly Lacazette has favorited it, and he obviously wouldn't mind turning up at the Emirates and playing. On the other hand, right, one of the other rumours that went around yesterday, and this one's got to move into the category, I think, of ridiculous rumours. We already had last week Di Maria coming to Arsenal. We had Mesut Ozil rumours linking him away to Juventus. The one that props up today is by the Sunday Mirror, Jonny Evans of Manchester United, right? Moving from Manchester United to Arsenal. If you read the story, it's so loose. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's a bit embarrassing by the Mirror, this one, I think, the story. It just literally says, yeah, Arsenal are monitoring the situation. They're having a look to see what's happening. A lot of people know that the heavy links with Jonny Evans has been with a move away from Manchester United to West Bromwich Albion. That's the team that really want him. They really want to get him. It could be, I suppose, that maybe the agent has said to his contact at the Daily Mirror, maybe he said to the Mirror that Jonny Evans, Arsenal have been looking at him. It could be that. It could be as loose as that, and then they've just gone with the story. It could be that Man United are pushing out the rumour out there just to get the interest up from West Bromwich Albion. But I just cannot see why Arsenal would want to buy Jonny Evans, 27-year-old, Northern Ireland international. We know he's been at Manchester United for a long time. Why would Arsenal want to get Jonny Evans to come, if we're talking about improving our team? Why would we want to bring him in? Because he's absolutely crap. So why would we want to add rubbish to our squad that we've got at the moment that is decent? Although I am always reminded by the fact that we did buy Mikel Silvestre from Manchester United. So That's the only worrying thing. But I think, listen, you can totally read the story and you look at it and you just think, there is absolutely no basis to this story. You know what I mean? Arsenal are looking at the situation. Come on, they're not going to buy Jonny Evans. That's not going to happen. And I think we can just completely discount that one and just chuck it in the bin. Another story that's been bubbling up now for a couple of weeks is this story about Faouzi Ghoulam. He is a left back. He plays for Napoli, Algerian international, 24 years of age. Spoken about him as well on the show quite a few times. Marca, the Spanish publication, again saying that Arsenal were in negotiations to bring him into the club. They want to get the deal done quickly. This rumour just doesn't seem to go away. And, you know, it's there again. It's there again. They were even saying that, you know, they were looking to get the deal done as quickly as this week. Again, it's one of them stories where you have to wonder to yourself, what is really behind this story? Are they really looking at this guy to bring him into Arsenal? And if he does move, what happens to Nacho Monreal? Because the same publication is also linking Monreal with a move to Atletico Bilbao. Of course, Monreal's from that sort of Basque region. You know that Atletico Bilbao only sign players with links to the Basque region. They're linking Monreal again with a move to Atletico Bilbao. We know that Monreal, all right, he's what, 29 now? But Monreal was such an important player for Arsenal last year. They're one of the most improved players. He looks solid. It just makes no sense whatsoever. Why would Arsenal sell one of their quite key players at the moment, a guy that's keeping Kieran Gibbs out of the team, to go and bring in a completely new guy that's going to have to then, you know, get used to the team, get used to... It's just not going to happen. Sorry, that's not going to happen. If Arsenal were to bring in this Faouzi Ghoulam, then surely it would be to play him further forward in the team, maybe as a left winger or something. But I just can't see how they're going to buy this guy to come in as a left back to replace Nacho Monreal. I mean, I could be wrong. Listen, crazier things have happened, but I just think that Arsene Wenger looks on Nacho Monreal as one of his most important players right about now. And I can't see, after the amount of time it's taken him to develop this guy and now the performances he's putting in, why would Arsenal want to sell him? I just can't see it myself. Another player that at the start of the season last year was a regular in the team, especially mainly due because of injuries, was Calum Chambers. Of course, Calum Chambers, we must not forget, he's still only 20 years of age. Didn't play much towards the end of last season, but at the start of last season, he was a very important player. We had so many injuries, and he was playing at right back, he was playing at centre back, and, you know, apart from a couple of games, you know, I remember the game in particular, I think it was against Swansea, where he had a pretty torrid time. Out there, playing out there on the right wing. But he did very well. Did very, very well for a young kid who's just come into the team, just thrown into the action straight away, which I don't think that was what was planned for Calum Chambers. They wanted to ease him into the team. He done very well. Now, we're being told that he's been linked with a move back to Southampton on loan, but Calum Chambers has turned that down and wants to stay at Arsenal to battle it out for his place. And there was this story, of course, the other day that he came back to training early, Calum Chambers. He rejected going on holiday because he just wanted to get in training and he just wants to get stuck in because he just wants to become a first-team regular. And listen, I think he'll get game time this season. The centre-back positions where I think they're grooming him to be. Of course, you've got Mertesacker and Koscielny, your number ones there. You've got Gabriel Paulista, but I think that there definitely will be quite a lot of game time for Calum Chambers. So I can understand that. You've got to be careful how you go out on loan, because you only got to look at Carl Jenkinson's gone out on loan, done well, but he's still probably have to go out on loan again. So Calum Chambers, I think, is a fantastic prospect. I can't see why he'd want to go back to Southampton. I remember the games we played against Southampton. He didn't get a very good reception off of the fans. They weren't happy with the fact that one of their prospects, like Calum Chambers, had moved to Arsenal. So would he then want to go back? It'd be even though it's a loan move, it would seem like a bit of a backward step. Surely if he was going to go on loan, maybe it might be better to go to somewhere else rather than going back to somewhere where you've already been there, sort of done that. So, but we're being told that he said no, he doesn't want to go out on loan and he wants to stay and fight for his place. And finally, another player linked with a loan move, this time to West Bromwich Albion, is Serge Gnabry. Brilliant prospect again, plays for the Germany under-21 team. Remember, this guy, again, is only 20 years of age. He seems older than that. He made his debut for Arsenal when he was only 16. But Serge Gnabry's been linked with a move to West Bromwich Albion on loan. He's wanted, apparently, by Tony Pulis. And I must admit, it wouldn't be a bad shout to get this kid some game time, because I think he's going to be the real deal. He was starting to do really well. And then, unfortunately, last season, well, you can say literally his whole season completely written off with injury. And he's got to get game time. He's got to get back playing. He's got to get back, you know, doing what he was doing best the season before. So a loan move to West Bromwich Albion wouldn't be the worst thing for Serge Gnabry. Not sure about the style of football with Tony Pulis, but it wouldn't be the worst thing, because he'd be able to, you know, get some game time under his belt, because I definitely see him as a future Arsenal player. The only problem he has at the moment is in that position, playing over there on that right wing, there's so much competition. And the competition is so fierce. Theo Walcott, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Rosicky. I mean, just so many players that can play in that position that, you know, he's going to have a hard time bursting into that third team, particularly that he's still kind of working his way back from a very serious injury. Right, let's get into your guys' comments. So this guy here going on a lot about what we was talking about yesterday is for Anachi. He says Robbie questions why Bayern were willing to sell Bastian Schweinsteiger to Manchester United, but conveniently forgets that Ozil and Alexis were sold by Real Madrid and Barcelona respectively, as they got better players. Come on, Robbie, let's not worry about Manchester United. They will look after themselves. I'm more concerned about what Arsenal players will end up with after September the 1st. Of course, we're more concerned with that. I think there's a big difference. What I was saying yesterday, and listen, Bastian Schweinsteiger is a not just a very good player. He's been a world-class player over the years. I was just questioning the fact that because we was talking about it in conjunction with the linking Schneiderlin to Arsenal now that they've gone for Schweinsteiger, Manchester United. I was just questioning why a 31-year-old. It just seems a strange move for a big club like Manchester United. I know he's still got some stuff to offer, but then you've got to worry, why have Bayern Munich sold a legendary player like Schweinsteiger? Do they know something? I mean, we've seen it with players that we've sold. So, for instance, Galatasaray are probably thinking they've got a mega brilliant deal by getting Lucas Podolski, but we all know that it's not the Podolski of old. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. You know, Manchester United fans seem pretty happy with that signing. A bit strange one to me. But anyway, I'm not a United fan, so who cares? Harry Baldwin says, why doesn't Wenger, sorry, Robbie, he says, why doesn't Wenger pay the money for Schneiderlin, because he's at a good age and he's proved himself in the Premier League? And I think that Schneiderlin would be a brilliant signing for Arsenal. I don't know what the situation is. There are rumours going around yesterday also saying that Manchester United is going to buy Schneiderlin as well. So how many players are going to have playing that position? Carrick, Schweinsteiger, Schneiderlin. But, you know, that's the rumour that they're going to get him as well. But, of course, strong rumours linking in now with a move to Arsenal. It may strengthen Arsenal's bargaining position if United don't want his services. Canarge 110 says, I don't know why some Arsenal fans are complaining if we sign Lacazette or Benzema or Higuain. It would be better than any of the strikers that we've got now, he says. He says, we go to Vinay. Vinay says, we should get Schneiderlin and play him alongside Coquelin. He's got a good passing range and is disciplined enough, like Ramsey and Wilshere. And that's the problem. If you get Schneiderlin, what happens to Ramsey and Wilshere? Where do they play? It's such a congested midfield. I think Schneiderlin, if you get Schneiderlin in, it's got to be Schneiderlin or Coquelin playing in that position. Tremaine Brown says Lacazette and Krishak is who we like to get. And Krishak, of course, the Polish defensive midfielder. And specialist in failure. I bet he's a Chelsea fan. He goes, again, no one will be bought in this transfer window after Czech. We've got what we need now for fourth. There's no need to aim any higher. Well, listen, I don't agree with that. I think there is a possibility that Arsenal will buy more players. I think if those top-class players become available, and I'm sort of repeating myself because I said this yesterday, but I really do believe that what Arsenal are doing at the moment, what their strategy is, they've got in Petr Cech, you know, and it's going to be a similar strategy on the other players they bring in, because I know for a fact that the Arsenal officials, you know, they think they've got a very, very good team at the moment. They're really happy with the players that they've got. But they're looking at it and they're thinking, if somebody out there can add something else to this team, can strengthen an area that needs a little bit of strengthening, or can add something extra special, and it's like an offer you can't refuse kind of thing, I think they will go out there and make it happen. They've got money. They've only spent 10 million. They've got lots of money off of their books with the players that they've sold. You know, Podolski's already bought back in half of that £10 million, plus the money is cleared wages-wise. So money is available for Arsenal to go out there and make at least one other marquee signing. We're just going to have to be patient with this one. But I think if an extra special player comes up, we could see that player coming into Arsenal. I think we need to be a little bit patient. It's not just going to be, get Lacazette, bring him in. It's not going to be like that. We're going to have to be patient to see what happens. Thanks very much for watching AFTV Transfer Daily today. Don't forget, as I said yesterday, that on Tuesday we're going to be streaming the live launch of the brand new away Puma kit. We've all seen the leaks, right? The leaks actually were absolutely spot on for the home kit. So let's see if the leaks come through for the away kit. It's funny because I was chatting to some people at Puma and I said, listen, do you guys leak this? Do you guys actually leak this out? Because there always seems to be, they categorically said to me, listen, we have nothing to do with the leaks. We don't want leaks out there. We want to launch it on that day and it's, you know, the first time fans see it. But there seems to be so many leaks of these kits. The first leak was spot on. Let's see if the second leak is spot on. You'll be able to watch it live on our website, which is arsenalfantv.com. And don't forget to check that out. And also on arsenalfantv.com, we're soon, I know if you go to our website, it's mainly video. Within about a week or so, we're going to be launching a new website where, as well as all our videos, we're going to be having lots of written stories on there as well. And if you're interested in writing stories for arsenalfantv.com, over the next week or so, I'll give you a link where you can send in your stories to. If you see yourself as a budding journalist, you can send in your samples of stories and you could be considered for that. Just as long as your stories are not as ridiculous as Jonny Evans joining Arsenal. Thanks for watching.